have to identify is, first of all, your original motivation. Are you trying to be famous? Are you trying to be rich? Are you trying to serve your common man? Are you trying to be an employer? Are you trying to be the best guy on your block or the best gal on your block? And I think that all of those, there's a confluence. There's not one answer. The answer is that if you, in your mind, have decided that your career is going to be about feeding people, you have to understand that there's one piece of that which is feeding people. The other piece of that, and there's three, is that you're taking care of your family of staff in a way that allows them to feel as important in your world as is serving the customer. 20 years ago, I spent 100% of my time on guest satisfaction. Now I spend 50% of my time on guest satisfaction and 50% of my time on staff satisfaction. Because at the end of the day, you're only as good as your team is. And if they are not happy, or if they're eventually just moving on quickly because they're trying to build their own little resume and go work for Gordon Ramsay and then go work for Daniel Boulou and then go work for Marina Bay Sands and then do this and do that, and all of a sudden, like, they're just like spinning. What you really need to be is someone who totally gets both the integration of your staff happiness and your customer happiness. And when you understand that, then you can start a restaurant. I would say that as a core of your business ideology, you have to figure out what it is that you can make that is perceived as value, as delicious, and as something you want to make. When I talk to all of my chef friends, what's important for all of us is to realize we need to live on the intersection of art, the food we want to make, and commerce, the food they want to eat. And if you can find that in the same vicinity, then you have a restaurant idea. If you just want to make stuff that makes you completely happy and your customers don't understand it, you do not have a business. You have a good place for you to express your art, but the most important thing is that it's a sustainable experience for both you, your staff, and your customers. So when you have that idea, I would say that in the next 20 years, what's going to become super important, there will be continued a stratiation of super fine dining of the highest level. But what's going to really be your business model will be a more casual experience where people can eat fancy food, maybe without so many tablecloths and without so many fancy waiters and Riedel glasses. Not to diminish the greatness of what I perceive to be fine dining, because I love to go to fine dining. But I would say that more experiences are going to be based on casual, less formal dining moments, and yet still quite fancy food, but presented in a way that's often, and you guys are at the vanguard. I would say that Singapore is leading me more to understand how I should operate my Italian restaurants in New York, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas, because everyone wants to share everything in a way that we never would have ever thought that in New York. Basically in New York, we bring you your appetizer, we bring you your pasta, we bring you your main course, we bring you your dessert, we bring you your check, and you get the fuck out of there, like whatever, it was a great day. But here, and in a lot of Asia, the experience is that we're not all having our own one thing. We are all tasting every single thing on our table. And that experience is the 21st century of dining. And that doesn't diminish the chef's craft. What it means is that we need to understand a better way to make our customers more comfortable, happier, and as willing to enjoy the experience that we want. And as chefs, sometimes that might be a bitter pill, but it's not. It's totally making each dish represent exactly what we want, but serving it in a way that it's not so formal, because I believe customers want a less formal experience. Does that help? Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.